I said the rest I'll just scoop up.
Did you see how small they are?
Nope. Oh shit. Time for the midday check-in.
Or was our talk?
Maybe two then.
Come here.
What's up? What's up? Hey, Angel. What's going on, dude? Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
Taste it and tell me who needs more mayo. What's wrong with you? You're acting weird.
Like how?
Like you don't like the job.
It's the first week, babe. It's the whole starting over thing. Once I get my feet acclimated, I'll be okay.
Stop worrying about Apple. Ain't nothing we can do about it.
Man, it happens, dude.
You want some chips?
Yeah.
Actually, one or two.
No, it happens, dude. Just having the midday right before lunch.
Can you
So
come here and
doing
serve
this.
your dad, please?
So what's up, dude? What's going on? How's the day? How's the car? How's everything, bro?
Ashley. That's that.
Just wait. It happens, dude. Don't even stress about it.
Want chips?
With over 500 million items, Walmart had everything.
Was it your mouth or just something else, dude?
Your backyard this year.
Dad, what do you think?
You were competent enough to get hired, competent enough to keep the job. So why does the promotion keep going to the guy who's mediocre but always in the right room? Why does your idea get silence, then applause when someone
Damn,
else
dude, it
agrees?
sucks, bro.
If you feel like you're always outside a door that never fully opens, that's not a confidence problem. That's not a skills gap. Here's what nobody in your company will ever say out loud. The kid at the popular table grew up, got a title, and built your workplace in their image. Office clicks aren't a personality quirk buried in the employee handbook. They control access, information, visibility, and forgiveness.
I'm glad you're doing better, though.
Mediocre people keep rising. They can stall your career without leaving a single clean paper trail. In a lot of companies, that's the real operating system. Not the one on the org chart, the one underneath it. It usually starts the same way. You show up, and the decisions have already been made. The inner circle is left.
Then, so everyone else that's in here, what's going on? What's everybody up to? Just checking in on the midday one.
Outside, while decisions move through a private channel you don't have. That's not paranoia. That's the same popularity contest from 9th grade, upgraded with job titles and salary pay. The cafeteria table never disappeared. It got a conference room and a Slack channel you're not in. Here's the trick. Clicks don't need to attack you. They just need to not include you. An office click is a closed social unit that controls access. That's the whole definition.
Hey, Samurai, what's up?
The engine is similarity.
Anytime, brother. Just
They trust the person who
at lunch now, man. Just
Oh, you want to share Morgan?
yes, please.
Inside a
Dude, send the email. I want to see
that
it.
bias determines who gets pulled into the pre-meeting meeting, where actual decisions happen before the official meeting, before listening for everyone else.
I was not,
It
dude.
determines whose message gets
Couldn't join because my eyesight was too bad, and then I aged out when they started covering LASIK.
before it's ever posted. Remote work didn't fix any of this. It just moved the exclusion.
You see what happened to the water?
And
What?
DMs you're not in.
I think one of my
Corporate
pills must have
structure
fell
doesn't
into
just
it.
allow Vague
Now it's brown.
criteria.
Gotta be the ginkgo biloba.
Obsession with
Yeah.
culture fit, which is similarity bias.
There's a powder on the bottom. Me and Ash were like, oh, this looks like.
Now watch how the click
Yep.
ecosystem
Shit.
actually operates, because the species inside it don't all run the same play. Executive pets control opportunity. Their proximity to leadership isn't earned through performance, it's inherited through shared golf courses, matching alma maters, or the simple fact that the SVP knew their family. They get the stretch assignments before those
Yeah, my thing was eyes.
Result, you're competing for whatever's left.
Like, dude, I'm myopic as all hell. I mean, I could do everything else, but like,
Their calendar is a professional filter. If you're a parent who can't do Thursday bar nights, or an introvert who
what's up, Nate?
wants to manage
Not just having some lunch right now,
feels
dude.
like punishment,
Just a chicken salad sandwich and some
you're
chips.
not a team player. Corporate language for not worth investing in. Legacy loyalists control information, and they do it deliberately. The tenured employees who treat institutional knowledge like personal property, who won't train you completely, who speak across you in meetings, and who shake
Oh, yeah,
their
dude.
heads about
I love doing all that shit, bro.
stumble in the information vacuum they built. Each layer
Yeah, dude, I
marks
aged
value
out when that
further.
happened.
And then the most sophisticated configuration, the diversity tokens, who control optics. Sometimes DEI is real, sometimes it's window dressing, and clicks thrive in the window dressing version, where employees of color, women, and LGBTQ colleagues appear on recruiting materials, while the rooms where actual decisions happen stay unchanged. The branding neutralizes criticism. The click underneath it operates completely undisturbed. Here's why you over-prepare for meetings now. Here's why you reread emails 3 times before sending them to people
What's up,
who
Wayne?
once made you
What's going on,
feel
dude?
dismissed. Brain imaging studies show social rejection activates the same pain centers as physical injury. That means
Well, yeah,
being
bro.
frozen out isn't just uncomfortable. It creates a hypervigilant background anxiety that follows you into every interaction, stealing your focus before you've opened your
Did you drop
mouth.
something?
No, it
Meanwhile,
hit the plate.
people doing the freezing
Huh?
are having a
It hit the plate.
completely different experience. In-group favoritism creates a warm distortion that makes clique members' behavior feel not just normal, but righteous. They don't think they're running an exclusion operation. They think they're just close.
Yeah, just a homemade chicken salad sandwich.
It's so disorienting. You're presenting evidence
Oh, yeah.
to people who experience the same events as proof of friendship. Bystanders, the co-workers who witness the credit theft and the passive-aggressive dismissal and say nothing, aren't simply cowards. When everyone sees something and nobody moves, each person absorbs the crowd's silence as permission. That silence becomes the social consensus, and the clique weaponizes it through gossip calibrated precisely enough to make you question your own read on reality. The feedback delivered through a third party, the way your contribution gets absorbed into someone else's presentation so cleanly, you
Yeah, I
start
will
to
do.
wonder if you imagine making it. Same psychological playbook as high school. Higher stakes than anything high school ever threatened. The personal cost doesn't show up anywhere reviewable, which is exactly how it survives. Workplace ostracism is linked with chronic stress, poor sleep, and burnout that looks from the outside like underperformance, but is really the mental cost of always being socially on guard at work. The standard response, working harder, producing more, betting that exceptional output will eventually
DJ are, dude.
social architecture, is the trap. It almost never works because the architecture is the architecture. Promotions happen in the informal spaces the clique controls. Exceptional performance from an outsider doesn't read as qualified. It reads as threatening. At the team level, cliques hoard information because shared information is diluted power. They generate the specific quiet resentment that shows up not as confrontation, but as missed deadlines, and the kind of exhausted contempt that makes every cross-team meeting feel like negotiating without a treaty. Organizations bleed turnover that nobody accurately diagnoses because the people who could explain why they left.
Oh shit, Angel. Oh shit, Angel. You made an orange cat, Lego.
But to manage the company's liability. and click dynamics almost never produce the singular documented incident that triggers a formal response.
Nice.
What they produce is pattern, cumulative exclusions, the slow erosion of someone's professional confidence, a 1,000-cut experience that's nearly impossible to prove and very easy to explain away, one incident at a time. The people positioned to stop it are frequently the people the structure benefits. The high school cafeteria didn't mature into something more equitable when everyone got older. It got a budget, a title system, and enough corporate language around it to make the exclusion sound like meritocracy. So here's where that leaves you. You now understand the actual mechanism, not a vague feeling that something's off. The specific system, who controls what, how it forms, what it costs you, and why the company lets it run. That knowledge changes how you move. You stop over-investing in output as your only lever. You stop assuming the best prepared person wins the room. You start paying attention to the pre-meeting meeting, to who gets information early and why, to where the real decisions are actually being made. You can't dismantle the system from outside it, but you can stop being surprised by it, and you can stop blaming yourself for outcomes that were decided before you ever walked in. The next video covers exactly what that looks like in practice. The specific moves that shift your position inside a click-run environment without turning you into one of them. That's the part nobody talks about. We will.
When the world
That's all right, dude. Good job.
Why men get warned. Go up.
I want to say something real quick. I don't hold y'all long today. A lot of men are worried about trying to step into that stepdaddy role. That stepfather role is definitely not for the weak. You definitely got to be a strong individual to step into that stepfather's role. You know, this ain't no shade thrown at single mothers or men that's stepping into an already made family or a situation where he coming in and clean up another man's mess. But it's a very risky situation to step into.
Yeah, definitely do that, man. I mean, Angel, that'd be a good idea.
Financially risky, and it's really no rewards to the risk when you step into this situation. I've seen that oftentimes than none. You see, when a man step into that stepfather role, that stepdaddy role, he is oftentimes responsible for all the financing. He's supposed to be the quote-unquote lead. He's supposed to be everything to this family.
Oak Tree Village, where
Right.
Zach lives.
Mhm.
They have
he has
one
no
big
authority.
double wide, 3-bedroom, 2-bath
He'll take care of somebody else's
for
child. But
114,
when it comes to discipline,
114,000.
he's
She said she's
restricted.
seen people get in
And
with a 480 credit score.
oftentimes these
All right.
kids that they playing stepfather to,
I will, dude.
they will weaponize their mother against the man. You know, these women play this mama bear role where when you are checking that child or chastising that child or laying down some discipline in the house, you're constantly reminded this is not your child. Don't speak to my child like that. And what happens is that child feels like it's cool to disrespect you at that point.
That is true.
It's
All right,
cool
hold
to
on.
do whatever you want to do. So you are restricted when it comes to discipline in your house. You're supposed to just let somebody else's kids, where you paying bills at, just walk all over you. Because when you say something, it starts a conflict between you and the mother. All while you taking care of this kid, all while you putting food in the house, all while you keeping the lights on, all while you doing everything you're supposed to do for the kids and for the family, you are restricted when it comes to discipline. You are restricted when it comes to authority. It's almost like the mama's calling all the shots. The wife is calling all the shots in the house. And these kids will weaponize the mother. You are trying to correct the kid, and the first thing that come out their mouth was what my mama said. And they always want to remind you, even the kids sometimes will remind you, you're not my real dad. You're not my dad. Every time it comes to discipline, it's an issue. You got somebody in your wife micromanaging how you talk to the kids, micromanaging if you chastise them. You don't need no woman micromanaging the way you lay down discipline. You should be able to discipline as you see fit. Now, I'm not trying to say put your hands on somebody else's kids, but Men should be able to discipline it as they see fit, especially if he is the one fronting all the bills or majority of the bills. If he's the one that's taking care of everybody, then he shouldn't have to keep tolerating disrespect. He shouldn't have to keep tolerating rebellious ass kids. Because a lot of these kids are rebellious, they're disrespectful, they need leadership, they need that male influence in the house. But people don't always see it that way, especially a lot of these modern day women who just allow their kids to do whatever and say whatever without no consequences. It's almost like the mamas be walking around on pins and needles when they have these kids. They just let their kids do whatever. The first time you say something, don't speak to my kids like that. Don't talk to them like that. They have a father. And if you got your own kids, well, talk to your own kids like that.
All right.
But all everybody getting,
All right.
all everybody benefiting,
All right, I'm back, yo.
you cool. But no sooner than it comes to structure, no sooner than it comes to laying the law down, it's a problem. When it comes to the biological father, sometimes,
You have a problem with your mouth?
I had something stuck in my gum line. I got it out now.
Everybody moved on, everybody
Twice already today?
Yeah.
Those men
The upper teeth.
are inconsistent that want to pop in and pop
It's gone.
out,
Keeping
pop
something to
in, pop
yourself?
No.
out. And what they do is they try to run the show from where they from. They try to call the shots in your house. Like, how you gonna call shots anywhere? You inconsistent. This my shit over here. You worry about your shit. You understand? If you don't like the way I do things over here, well, maybe you should let your child move in with you and you deal with this. You feel me? But oftentimes, it's the biological father pick and choose when he want to take care of the kid, pick and choose when he want to be a dad, and it creates conflict because sometimes the biological father can influence the child to act out. All of a sudden, when you've been doing everything you're supposed to do, taking care of this kid, you've been the one holding it down, you've been the one consistently showing up for this kid. But when all of a sudden the biological father pop in, the child kind of flip a switch. They start to be influenced by him. He putting stuff in his kid's head. You know what I'm saying? And it influences.
Oh, and Zach didn't let her do that. She did it on her own.
Did let her do what?
The taxes. I asked him, did she ask you that? What are you looking at?
I was just looking at red
Okay.
stuff. Yeah.
And he goes, no, she did it on her own and she just told me she was doing it.
You see them going back and forth on the phone. Now, if this kid is of age, why are y'all on the phone going back and forth? Everything can be done with the kid. Like, the kid is old enough to communicate.
Good job, dude. I like that. I like that Lego, bro.
How much you hopping on the phone, going back and forth with the biological dad, the baby dad.
You check for roots?
Like, it'd be so much baby daddy, baby
Yeah, you need to
daddy.
get in the shower.
Source. That's what I meant.
And then when this dude try to pop in and pop out, it's always something. You know what I'm saying? It's always something. Like, they like to pop up on holidays. What they call holidays, birthdays. They call on St. Patrick's Day just to start something, just to stir the pot a little bit.
All right, let's see this.
Today we're trying the Rastelli's Black Angus Beef Smashed Butter Burgers. Not that this has anything to do with anything, but the lettering is embossed on the packaging, and I like that. I paid $19.99 for 3 pounds or 16 burgers. They come vacuum sealed and 4 burgers to a package. So this smells like old meat. It has this ain't bad yet, but you better cook it today smell. This went directly from Costco.
Oh, yeah, dude.
And it's vacuum sealed, so we're doing this. They're 3 ounces and 9.41 millimeters thick. That's between a quarter.
You know that's right, C-Wag.
Now, after I put these on the griddle completely frozen, I read the instructions where it says they should be fully defrosted, and that would definitely help with the searing you get on a smash burger. But I trust someone out there wants to know how these cook up from frozen, so we're just going to keep going with this. Normally these would take 2 minutes on each side, but these frozen patties need a little longer. I'm seasoning and cheesing all but one so I can taste test it completely plain.
What's going on, everybody?
Okay, weird smell in the beginning aside, this tastes very good. It has a pronounced butter flavor and the seasoning is really good. I really hate when I do this. I put the bun on upside down. This is going to affect the rest of my day. Okay, this burger has a great bite. It's super soft. It doesn't taste like a typical frozen burger where they sometimes get hard. The butter flavor is awesome. This is honestly probably the best burger cooked from frozen I've ever had. I really like this. 9-1. Today we're trying.
Yeah, just kicking back right now. Just, dude, just dreading the fact we have to hit the gym again tonight. I got to do it because if not, missing is worse. But, dude, right?
Friday night it'll probably be
Calmer. Maybe
calmer.
maybe it'll be slightly calmer today since Monday and Tuesday are the busiest days. But yeah, dude, the gyms at night are such a fucking shit show, dude.
So as the symptom goes, moisture, mildew, any of that stuff.
That's bad. Wood doesn't like water. Every house that is on a crawl space needs an encapsulation.
It's so important, man. If this doesn't get done, like what happens to polite society, you know?
I sent you.
You're tuning into
Okay.
Black and White Sports on YouTube. No holds barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Well, I remember
Dude,
back in
you
the
and me
guys
both, bro.
that
You and me
actually
both.
Watched basketball, namely the NBA. NBA stars love the hecklers.
Listen, I say it this way, dude.
I mean, Michael Jordan used to get heckled. If I remember correctly, man, Michael Jordan
Luigi Mangione.
dunked on someone, then a fan heckled him.
That's
Said,
what
"Hey,
happens.
pick on someone your own size," and I believe he actually.
You don't want to. You don't want to advocate for that, but
And then
you can only
Michael
push
Jordan said, "Hey,
you can only push people so much before they snap.
Something like that. Yeah, it was all fun and games. Reggie Miller and Spike Lee. Pacers Knicks.
It's beyond broken, dude.
Spike Lee was always there.
Hey, Angel, what's up, dude?
Big Knicks fan. He would actually heckle Reggie Miller. And it was all fun and games. But the modern day athlete, guys, is
But
super
dude, look
tricky.
what's happening now. And me and Chris were
tricky.
talking about this,
We see
C-Wag.
how some of these
We're
NBA
seeing
players are actually
all
acting
these
for fans.
CEOs and corporations
LeBron James getting people
do
to kinda get
whatever
ratings.
the hell they want to everybody.
Oh, they were saying
And the
that
sheep
was
here
so
just
polite.
let it happen. I mean, look at the AI data centers. Like, look, we got our bill for our power bill for January or February. It was ridiculously cold down here.
We were gone twice.
We were gone twice. It was cold down here. Normally this time of year, our power bill, because we're not running the AC and it's colder outside and the windows open, normally runs about less than $100 a month during this 2-month period. First time on record, it was actually just how many dollars cheaper than
40.
just it was only a $40. It was only a $40
Should have been in
reduction.
the 70s.
It should have been in the 70s. So tell me we're not paying for
They're-
those AI data
Yep,
centers.
we are.
That
And the
that
water,
all these
too.
corporations are shifting that bill onto everybody else instead of
The
paying it
water bills
themselves.
too. Can't get, no matter how much water less, like I've been shutting things off and right away not letting it run, it's still $169.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
But then again, it's like I said, politically speaking, people are voting for communists when we know that's not going to work. When the whole thing needs to be blown up, you know what I mean? Hey, Dabbling, what's up, dude?
If you would like to donate to us, you can donate directly on the website. $1, $5, $10, whatever you guys want to give.
Got the
And we're
whooshing and the
running a sale,
roaring.
guys.
It's like
Spring break sale.
that noise in my head.
Yeah, it's,
in the merch store, guys. You get 20% off your entire order, including our new Patriots 1776 shirt, Black and White Sports football shirt, best-selling shirt here.
Dude, and even if you're not using power, you're not running heat, you're not doing anything, your power bill is getting higher and higher. And it's because of and what's happening, dude. all these AI companies and these AI data centers are just springing up like left and right, and they're just saying pass the bill onto these peasants.
Bring back tea, babe. Don't waste it.
Check this out, guys. College basketball star is
I gotta
suspended
go clean the inside of
by
the
his
car.
own team for disgusting act
Yeah.
towards opposition
Fun.
fan.
Fun in my bun.
Stony Brook men's basketball star Eric Pratt was ejected and then banned by his own team after a shameful spitting incident was
Yeah,
called
dude.
on camera.
Doesn't matter what happens, dude. They're gonna continue to screw you
He's
over,
a
bro.
senior at Stony Brook.
And
He's
homemaker,
the top scorer this season.
yikes.
But the Red Mist descended during a shocking altercation with a fan on Thursday night.
But dude, when you look at what's happening, we're getting shafted. Remember, this is gonna show you back in the day. Remember back in the day? Exactly, bro. The system's designed specifically for them. Remember back in the day when you used to be able to upgrade your phone every 2 years and you'd pay a small rate, carrier would eat the cost, and then you're there. Now that you're quote unquote financing a phone that the math doesn't math, and you'll never own it.
The incident was seen by referees in a moment, and
You're paying an arm and a leg for something, and more than what it's actually worth if you buy it, as opposed to if you don't buy it straight out.
After the game, his team also opted to take swift action, banning him from a vital game on Saturday.
Yeah, no pun intended, dude.
I'm kind of surprised, guys, that he only got one game.
I'm talking about that. I'm just using that as an example. Another way on how
Let's go ahead and play this.
how
Here we go.
all these corporations have changed everything to screw you over. And look,
Eric Pratt just spit at a mom and student.
It all started.
There are rules most of us started following before we even knew we were following anything. They weren't taught in the classroom. We
before,
simply
I wouldn't say cell phones,
expectations
before
of
social
us,
media,
we saw rewarded in the world.
but cell phones to a certain degree, yeah.
We were handed about what a successful man was supposed to look like. For a long time, that rule book was our map. It gave us direction. It gave us a way to measure if we were
Dude,
on the
that's-
right track. But for many
Oh, that's
of us,
fucked up,
it
bro.
got to the time we realized that map was leading us somewhere we no longer want to go. We realized the rules that we once thought protected us are now just keeping us small. They're keeping us in lives that look successful from the outside, but feel like a performance from the inside. Here are 7 rules men over 40 should
Exactly, dude. But notice one thing though. Notice how it's it's brought people down. Instead of just bringing something to unite or to bring, people are more separated. Things have gotten just 100 times worse, and people have gotten a lot dumber.
Most of us grew up with this deal. Sacrifice now, enjoy later. Work hard, climb the ladder, put in the hours, and someday, eventually, we'll get to actually live. So we did it. We showed up, we pushed through, we told ourselves the payoff was coming. But here's what we didn't count on. Later keeps moving. First it was after we got established, then it was after the kids were older,
Hold on.
then it was after we get a certain number in the bank account, and somewhere along the way, we stopped noticing that we were trading our actual lives for a future that never arrived. This is what psychologists call deferred life syndrome, the belief that real life is somewhere ahead of us, not here. And it's a trap, because we're not promised later. We're not guaranteed the retirement we're banking on, the health we're assuming we'll hold, the time we think we'll have. The grind isn't the problem. Hard work has its place. But when the grind becomes a lifestyle instead of a season, we don't build a life. We postpone one. And some of us are going to run out of time before later ever shows up. 2, thinking about your needs is selfish. This one runs deep. I can relate to this. A lot of us were taught, directly or indirectly, that good men put everyone else first. That focusing on our own needs is self-centered. The more we give, the better we are. So we learned to disappear. We stopped asking for what we wanted. We made ourselves easy to be around by never being inconvenient. We said yes when we meant no. We swallowed our preferences so often that we forgot we even had them. And we called it being a good husband, a good father, a good man. And here's what that actually is. Nice guy conditioning. And it doesn't lead to the connection we think it does. It leads to resentment we won't admit, relationships where no one actually knows us, and a quiet emptiness we can't explain. Taking care of ourselves isn't selfish, it's necessary. We can't show up for anyone else when we've abandoned ourselves. And the people who love us, they don't want a martyr. They want a man who's actually present, not one who's slowly disappearing while pretending everything's fine. 3, put women on a pedestal. Now, a lot of us learned that respecting women meant elevating them, treating them like they're above us, deferring, accommodating, never rocking the boat. And on the surface, it looks like respect, but it's not. It's what happens when we don't believe we're worthy of being with them as equals.
Just the facts from Just for Men. Fact: gambling's fun, but not with your beard. Just for Men mustache and beard has the most shades for the most natural look. It's the smart bet.
Safe Light can do it all. Repair, replace, and recalibrate anywhere you want. Go to safelight.com. It's harder than ever to close deals. Buyers expect you to anticipate their needs with zero prior interaction. Sales platforms could help, but they rely on buyer data that you don't have. Cut through the noise. Dun & Bradstreet can help you prioritize prospects, close more deals, and deepen existing relationships with data on hundreds of millions of buyers. Spend less time searching for prospects and more time celebrating wins with data and insights from Dun & Bradstreet. Tired of the unpredictability of moderate to severe Crohn's and its disruptive
All right, I'm back.
Tell your doctor how you really feel. Have the Omvo Convo. Omvo is proven to help reduce fatigue, provide rapid symptom relief as early as 6 weeks, and deliver
Dude, that's the best thing to do.
people at 1 year, with most of them still in remission at 2 years. Don't use if allergic to Omvo.
No, but dude,
Serious allergic reactions
Hey.
can occur.
never apologize for that, homemaker.
Your risk of infections and lower your ability to fight them. Before treatment, your doctor will screen for TB. Omvo may cause liver problems. Tell your doctor if you had a vaccine or plan to. Ask your doctor to learn more. Change how you live with Crohn's.
Damn, bro.
Have the Omvo.
When we put someone on a pedestal, we're not connecting with them, we're performing for them. We're trying to earn something we don't believe we deserve. And that's not a relationship. That's a nice guy audition that never ends. Real respect doesn't require us to shrink. It doesn't ask us to erase our needs or pretend that we don't have preferences. It's not about being good enough to deserve love. It's about showing up
Oh yeah,
as
we're
equal.
seeing it firsthand, dude.
The pedestal
We are seeing it firsthand.
it just
And now with AI being ramped up, we're really gonna see it.
Go on that kind of imbalance, they don't last. Or worse, maybe they do, and we stick.
You know that feeling you walk away from a convo with a girl and your brain goes, wow, was that flirting? Or am I just dreaming again? We've all been there. It's not that guys are clueless, we're just trained to look for the big, obvious signs. But women, they're subtle. They communicate interest in quiet ways. You just have to know what to look for. So in this video, I'm breaking down 7 real signs she's into you. No corny myths, just legit psychology-backed cues most guys miss. Let's jump in. Alright, number 1. She holds eye contact just a little longer than normal. Not like horror movie staring. I mean that 1 second too long kind of glance. Like she looks at you, holds it, maybe smirks, then looks away like nothing happened. That moment, that's not random. Eye contact like that releases oxytocin. It builds connection. And if she does it multiple times, take the hint, my guy. Ever notice when you lean back, she leans back, you scratch your neck, and like 10 10 seconds later she scratches hers, that's called mirroring, and it's not coincidence. It's your brain's weird way of saying, hey, I like this vibe, let's copy it. If she's matching your pace, posture, or gestures, even slightly, she's subconsciously syncing with you. Ah yes, the classic. She's playing with her hair or messing with her neck.
Hey, what's up, derp?
Not every haircut
Hate to break it to you, dude.
Sometimes
It ain't.
but if she's doing it
Age and stress. Age, stress, and genetics, bro.
Safe Place for Youth's mission is to prevent and end youth homelessness through supportive services, housing opportunities, community collaboration, and advocacy.
Dude, not gonna lie, dude. Just that concept just makes me just tell everybody, dude, why?
Anyway, you guys want me to have a little bit of fun or just go for it?
I think we had fun, you know? Let's see. What I would say you do.
Well, requests. What look do you want me to do first? Let's see.
Yeah, let's just do the Amish first. Just shave off the mustache.
I was gonna keep, man. Just ruin it for me.
Let's just shave off all the dark parts and leave all the gray parts because those be gray.
But to be honest, the mustache, I'm hating it. It's just too much.
Too many boogers.
Yeah, that's it. It's just like the gray, it's just too sparse. Cult biker stash says Greg. What else we got? Oh,
Your stash.
yeah, I was gonna keep the stash, but now I kind of want to do the Amish. I've never done it before. It's the only look I have never done.
You've done kind of like, I think when you did the Wolverine style beard, it was not too far off because you shaved off.
Yeah, very
All right, here's a question, dude. You gotta enlighten us on that one. How do you accidentally run a marathon?
Will make you look the youngest. But to get there, do like a nice
That's what I'd like to know.
chin strap.
I've done that already. Oh, that's disgusting.
Do it like
I do low end guards, so this is gonna be. I left on the guard down, so it's gonna be. Once I go.
yeah, but it's like a 90s chin strap.
Really, just out there.
Oh, that's hilarious, dude.
What do you think? What do you think it do before, man? No, I'm talking about not to keep, but for fun.
I know. Yeah, keep this stash so it's not. Basically everything. Knife and stuff.
All right, fellas, listen. I have to cut this one short. We will be back on when we're driving to the gym just to kick back with everybody, and you could just see me rage at Miami traffic. All right, so we'll be back on later at 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time.
Well, my brother, so let's go this way.
So you guys, love y'all, and we will see you guys later on today.